Hello, StarCraft fans. This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void. Today it's going to be a game between Olsonator and Reinhard on Abyssal Reef, the latter edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Terran player Reinhard. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it is the blue Zerg player Olsonator from Tons, with alternating capital letters, which is called Camel Case. Alright, so a ZVT edition of Into the Void, which is my weekly examination of Silver and Bronze League level gaming. The replays are sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void. The best ones are chosen and selected to be cast every Friday night. Well, it's Friday night in America. Anyway, I've got viewers from all over the world, but most of them are from the United States. Just the way it is. Alright. No pool and no hatch from Olsonator, just an extractor. This makes me very worried for the Zerg player's life, what he's going to be able to do here in the future. He was going double extractor. Does he really not have a pool? You guys, help me out here. Have we actually found somebody who doesn't understand the basic mechanics of StarCraft 2? Holy smokes, I think we have. He went double extractor before pool. He got his pool at 1 minute and 20 seconds, which is ridiculously late for Legacy of the Void. The barracks here for Reinhard is done, not doing anything with it, but is throwing down a proxy barracks outside of the natural base for Olsonator. So he's planning on being aggressive, which is probably good because the Zerg player is not going to be ready for anything, honestly, at any point here. It's a double barracks with double gas from Reinhard. Oh, do we need to do that thing again? Boop. Swapped. Reinhard's up top now, Olsonator's on the bottom, because that's how they are on the map. A little bit easier for me to do, I think, less confusing. I learned that from Sure Should I when I was casting Gauntlet SC2 a couple weeks ago, so thanks, dude. That was very, very nice of you to help me out with that. Anyway, another barracks for Reinhard, so 3 barracks with double gas off of 1 base. I don't know how he's going to spend all this gas. And this is just, is it a 3-Rex Reaper? I haven't seen one of these in so long, it just makes me question. Alright, so spawning pool's done. Roach Warren on the way here from Olsonator. Do 1 base versus 1 base. The Terran player, rather, has a massive advantage, and it is going to be a 3-Rex Reaper from Reinhard, albeit very strangely executed. Extremely strangely executed here, and he hasn't sent any of his Reapers in yet. I guess he's waiting for safety and strength in numbers, which is probably a mistake, because Olsonator has nothing here, you guys. There is nothing here for him. He's not making a queen. He's not getting speed for the lings that don't exist. He's got a Roach Warren, and is he doing anything? He's making 3 roaches. Alright, so I don't like roaches against the Reaper Rush most of the time, but in the lower levels where the micros maybe not as good for the Reapers, not taking full advantage of their speed and maneuverability, I guess the roaches will be much better than they normally would be. So let's see how this works out. Another barracks on the way from Reinhard. This is all in, man. This is all in. These roaches are moving out for Olsonator, and he's just going to walk right past these Reapers that are gathered inside his main. Is he even attack moving? Nope, no one's attack moving. Wait. Oh, here we go. The roaches do see this. They need to get back inside the main base to defend because there's nothing to defend here. No queens, no anything. Oh, the humanity. The roaches are here. All right. Reinhard doing his best to micro. Doing his best to not get stuck behind this mineral line, which he is doing. Oh, is he stuck back here? Dude, get out of there. No, don't stay and fight. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. 2 drones for 4 Reapers. Not a cost-efficient exchange there from Reinhard at all. 4 more Reapers going to come in. The roaches, oh, turning into Ravagers even. Cancel. Cancel the morph. You're not going to be ready yet. Oh my gosh, he's going to wait for them. Oh, you know what? It's actually a pretty fast morph. And now there are Ravagers, which are better against Reapers for sure. They have extra range. They do more damage. They cost more, but that's kind of the trade-off. And 2 more Reapers die in exchange for 3 more drones. Yeah, it's not looking good for Reinhard. Resources lost 600 total for Reinhard and 250 period for Olsonator. It is 24 to 16 harvesters. Reinhard does have way more workers than his opponent. He's fully saturated his main. He doesn't have an orbital command. Pro tip from Falcon Paladin, always have an orbital command in your main base. Do it around 16 supply, if not sooner. Always have queens. Olsonator, I know you're getting one now, but it's way too late. 5 minutes is way too late for that. Look at him using corrosive bile. Olsonator doing okay, actually, with these Ravagers, considering his very, very odd start to this game. Very, very odd. But he knows to get Ravagers versus this mass Reaper play. That is going to be your saving grace, and it's working out for him so far. Very proud. Very proud of him. Single Roach from Olsonator coming on up, trying to see, are there any bases I have to worry about? Is there any weird expansions possibly? Oh, okay, Reinhard is taking his natural at his third base location. And this Roach shows up just in time to take out this SCV and does force a cancel. Good job canceling that, Reinhard. I was worried he just let that thing die, but nope, no such thing. Ravagers moving on out. Move to 385. Are they faster than Roaches? Oh, crud. That one's turning itself into a Ravager too. Oh, here's a Roach. 315 move speed. Yeah, okay. So Ravagers are faster than Roaches. I wasn't just imagining that. Definitely more zippy. Not by a whole ton, but they just have longer legs, right? Longer spidery legs. So they should be able to hit harder. Their faces are so small. Aren't they really small compared to the rest of their bodies? Kind of look like rhinos. Or there's like a rhinoceros bug. Oh, what's that called? Like an Egyptian beetle or... Oh, a Goliath beetle, I think is what it is. It kind of looks like this. Inspiration from nature, you guys. That is what art is often all about. Okay, here come the Ravagers. Overlord scouts this, sees the tank, sees a few Marines. I think this might just be a break from Olsonator. He might just be able to get right up this ramp, but the tank is a little bit scary. You don't take extra damage from it. Oh, is this good up with the... He uses the Overlord to scout the high ground and then Corrosive Biles down the supply depot on the high ground. Very nice. That supply depot is on fire. I don't think Reinhard's going to repair it. He probably should. Unnecessary Corrosive Bile, and the supply depot is out. So again, resources lost here are definitely going to favor our Zerg player. Absolutely tons of favoring. Ravagers working on these rocks that partially obscure the entrance to this natural base of Reinhard. He doesn't have a natural base, mind you, but still, Reinhard making Marines down here at his secret proxy barracks that I think Olsonator knows about. Does he not know about it? Oh, he doesn't know about it. That's why. Alrighty then. I was going to say, probably should do something about it at some point, but doesn't need to. Well, needs to, but doesn't have any reason to because he doesn't know it exists. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Reinhard builds a base inside his main base. That is the safe way to do things. Builds a command center. Going to try to land it at this third base location again, but there's two Roaches hanging out from Olsonator. I love this from the Zerg player. He really should be expanding, though. So he's going to try. He's going to try. At the 7.5 minute mark, he should have expanded about 5 minutes ago, but that's okay. And these Marines, can they force a cancel or kill this thing straight up is the question of the day. And maybe they can just kill it. Seems like something that is a moderate possibility. Overlords for Olsonator coming across the map. They are slow overlords. They are very vulnerable. I don't like this. I don't like overlords that are rallied across the map when they're slow. It's just so easy for them to die because there's a Viking out for Reinhard. All right, trying to Corrosive Bile down this Viking. And no, too smart. Too smart for that. Don't hold still long enough, Viking. Don't do it. More tanks on the high ground or just yep, there are 3 now on the high ground. Reinhard has trapped himself in. He is turtling as only a Terran can do. Does he know about this base? He does. He knows about it. He's just not trying to kill it yet, which I don't understand. Olsonator sitting on one base lair. His expansion is going to finish, and he might be able to save it, actually. This is not a lot of Marines, and I don't think they have any upgrades besides Stim. Do they have the combat shields? No. Any of attacker? Nope. No upgrades for attack or armor for them infantry. All right. Bit of a stalemate here, which does happen sometimes in Into the Void, where one player feels fairly safe, but they're afraid to move out and expand, and the other player doesn't want to attack them. Because you don't want to lose all your stuff and then die to a counterattack, as I believe how this works. And all right, so units are attacking this natural base. There's an extractor here. These drones are happily mining as though there's not a care in the world, and they are dying very quickly to the Marines, who kind of recognize what's going on now, actually. Look at this Marine firing away with his gun at this giant hatchery. Pow, 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 making it bleed a little bit, forcing all of the Ravagers to come home. That is a bit of an overreaction. If there's a handful of Marines here, make some lings. Make a couple queens, you got it. Maybe bring 2 or 3 Ravagers home, but your whole army coming home just leaves a window for your Terran opponent to expand while you're away. So don't recommend that. Even if you can easily kill all of this stuff and have unnecessary Corrosive Biles that hit nothing but creep, you don't want to do that. You don't want it. Supply depot that for some reason Reinhard built down here is gone too. And the queen chasing that barracks away. Time to go set up that contain again. Olsonator doing it well, actually. No, he wants to kill this barracks so bad. He's going to try to Corrosive Bile down this barracks. Is he going to lead it? lead the barracks. Shoot where it's gonna be when the corrosive biles land. Oh, look at that leading. And it is on fire. 100 remaining hit points. And it's gonna die. It's a victory for Olsonator. It's not a major victory. Don't hit your own stuff. Oh, he killed one of his own Ravagers with corrosive bile. That's something I guess we do see often. In the Into the Void, though, it's fine. Third base coming up for Olsonator after taking forever to get his first expansion. His second expansion is very close behind it. And Reinhard does manage to land his second command center at this location. But oh, snap, the Ravagers. Yes. Nope. Kill this base. No. Killed it. He doesn't know the base is there. Ah! He doesn't know the base is there. This guy, this Ravager will scout it. Come on, Ravager, scout. No, he knows now. He knows now. Go get it. Go get it. Killing bases is a huge part of winning StarCraft 2 games. If you can't kill bases, you're not going to win. And if you lose bases, you're not going to win. But killing bases is a big deal. Double Spire thrown down here on the creep by Olsonator back home. What is he doing with Double Spire? Mutas, I guess. Continuing tank production is the Reinhard. And the Ravagers, do they want to kill this base? I feel like they can. Oh, big old drop from Reinhard. Did not see that coming. Oh, the drop of the double medevacs. The natural base is gone. Overlord's dead. Broodling's here to fight, but the pickup from Reinhard. Nicely done. Senior Red Terran player. Is going to go in the main is the question. Probably go inside the main. Try to get some stuff done if I was him, but he's just kind of hanging out, which, again, is another disease that certain Into the Void players share, is the hesitancy or just the lack of awareness that he really should go into the main base and start killing stuff, but he's not. He's not doing that. Ravager's coming all the way home just in case this drop does... Oh, just in time, too. And the medevacs thinking about landing here. Oh, there's Spore Crawlers and there's Queens. One of the medevacs is going to die. Full medevac goes down. Oh, you can't do that. And Corrosive Bile's trying to catch this thing. Good dodges. Good dodges, actually, by the remaining medevac pilot. She knows what she's doing. And here comes the unload. Wee, wee, wee. How do you do that drop animation? I like it. Only place that's used, right, is dropping out of medevacs. I believe it is. They're trying to get this third base. The Ravager is trying to beat them. And, oh my goodness, the Corrosive Biles! Alright, saves his third base. It is really in danger of dying. It's very low on HP. And the natural base is being replanted by Olsonator. And this, oh, it's a planetary fortress now. Olsonator lost his moment. He lost his chance to kill this base. And I think he probably would have won if he could have killed it. It was a regular command center. Wasn't a PF. There wasn't anything defending it. There were no tanks. No Marines, and he could have absolutely taken this thing out with the Ravagers that he had, but instead, he waited and waited and waited, then this drop distracted him, and now it's too late. Little tiny windows, you guys, windows in which to do stuff. For example, Reinhard is double expanding down this left side, fourth base location, then a fifth base location, towards the middle, expanding towards the Zerg player at some level, which you want to do if you're Terran, it's fine. Yeah, so double expanding, and again, this is a very vulnerable time for these command centers. They're not planetary fortresses yet. They're not even command centers yet. That's how vulnerable they are. Liberators up top for Reinhard, and he's moving them. He's moving them out. Let's see if they can get some stuff done for the Red Terran player. Widowmine's in production here, too. And Reinhard's going from being stuck on one base to very soon being on 4 bases, which is a scary thing for a Terran to be. Is there any anti-air here at this third base at all? No, Ravagers. There are Ravagers. Good job pulling the drones, actually. Queen dies. Some Ravagers getting killed here, too. But the Corrosive Bile is very scary against those Ravagers. Ravager trying to set. No, there's nowhere to set up that is safe here, man. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Waits for the Liberator to stop and gets it. Corrosive Biling into the air, into the open air, and trusting that the code will make it happen. Wow. All right, so resources lost again at this point. 34. 3,400 for Reinhard. We're to 2,800 for Olsonator. And again, not knowing about these bases is going to kill the Zerg player. Excellent job by Reinhard making sure to get these out. You gotta start saturating them and probably upgrading them to planetary fortresses too. They are far away from the main base is the problem. And they're going to be hard to defend if you're also defending your front door, as Reinhard is doing so much right now. He's got +1/+1 at the 15-minute mark, which is good for Into the Void. I mean, we honestly see games go by without people getting any upgrades for their Marines. So let's not encourage that kind of a thing. There's your planetary fortress 1, and come on, second planetary fortress time. You not have enough money? You have enough monies. 150, 150. Yeah, you've got 700, 300 in the bank. Less now, but still enough to make that upgrade. 3 medevacs coming across the top of the map. One of them is not full, has 3 units, 3 Marines inside. The other 2 very full of the Marines. No Widow Mines in there because that would show up differently on that little indicator. Working on +2 infantry weapons is Reinhard. Flyer Carapace, level 2 for Olsonator. Does he have anything from that Spire? No, he's made nothing. He's got +2 flyer attacks being researched as well. He wants really upgraded Corruptors or Mutalisks or Broodlords, but he hasn't made anything along those lines yet. He's just defending with this group of Ravagers, which he made like 10 minutes ago, and they've just kind of kept him alive ever since. This is amazing. I don't know if you can drop here, dude. Reinhard, maybe don't drop here. There's a... Wow, not on top of the Ravagers. All right, man. Corrosive Biles on everything. Reinhard not getting out of the way. That was enough to turn that into a massacre. Okay, lesson A, don't drop on top of a million Ravagers. And lesson B, if Corrosive Biles come out, dodge them. That's what you got to do. Watch the pros. Watch the pro and GM games that I post on the channel. Honestly, even the Midrange Madness stuff generally knows how to do that. So that is something you can do. It's not necessarily easy. It is a micro thing, and I know micro is difficult for these silver level players, but you got to be able to figure it out at some point or you're just going to die. 52 to 47 Harvesters. Reinhard is up. He's done absolutely nothing with his 4th base down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I called it the 5th earlier because I assumed there was a natural base from Reinhard, but there's still not. He still has not expanded to the safest place in which to expand in the entire map, and intended to do that. A lot of idle SCVs here inside the main pro tip. You have an idle workers little indicator up here that shows you how many workers are doing nothing. Literally nothing, and you can send them. You can click on that and select them all and bring them down and have them harvest at your 4th base. That's what you can do. I like it very much if you would do such a thing. Another base on the way from Olsonator will be his 4th base up north. And we're just kind of hanging out. Does he still just have... Wait, he's making stuff. He's making 14 Mutalisks and a Corruptor as Olsonator. He's sitting on 1,000 minerals and 1,600 gas with 3 larvae. So that's why injects are important. Got to make sure those injects are on the spot. It could be hard to learn how to do that. But one thing you can do is just set a timer that beeps every time. Well, beeps every... Oh, I don't remember exactly how long the spawn larva thing countdown is. It's about a minute or so, maybe a little bit less than that, 45 seconds. And then it will beep every 45 seconds, and then you can remember to go back and inject. No matter what you're doing, if you're attacking, if you're scouting, if you're defending, inject. If you don't inject, you die. That is something Zerg players have to do. Hey, the SCVs are going to work. For Reinhard, wait, no. Maybe. Sort of. They're going to scooch their way through these Marines and Marauders. Excuse me, coming through. Look out. Guys, thanks. All right, let's do this thing. SCV train. Woo woo! Chugga, 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 chugga. Woo woo! And Olsonator is up in workers now. There is a double Widowmine drop here at the natural base. And decent hits. 4 kills and 2 kills on those Widowmines, but they should be killed by this Mutalisk flock who's right next door. Come on, Mutalisk flock. There they are. I knew they'd figure this out eventually. Widowmines are dead. 55 to 56 workers. Reinhard takes the lead by making workers of his own and killing some of Olsonator's. 5th base coming in for Reinhard. Still has not taken his natural at all. This 5th base is just down and to the right of the 2nd. I want to call this the 3rd so bad, but it was the 2nd base he took. It's not the 3rd. Crazy, crazy expansion patterns really causing me major problems, as it turns out. Okay, what are we looking at for army? It is 30 Marines, 5 Marauders, 6 Tanks, a Liberator, a Viking, 3 Medevacs, and 6 Widowmines for Reinhard. And Olsonator is at 14 Mutalisks, a Corruptor, and 8 Ravagers. I don't like this composition against the bio. Ravagers, okay, if you can get some really nice Corrosive Biles. But the Mutalisks against +2 attack Marines with Stim and Combat Shield and Medevac support with Ravens here too. If some PDD Boeing defense drones go down, it's going to be real bad news for the Zerg player. So I'd like to see him do... Well, he's making more mutas, you guys. That's what he's doing. 17 of them, to be exact. For both players sitting at pretty much no supply for the first 20 minutes of the game, they've really worked their way into a decent number at the 19-minute and 47-second mark. 155 and 155 exactly, but it's 31 Mutalisks. 31 Mutas. Honestly, if I had 31 Mutas, I'd probably just fly to the main and start killing everything. It's not exactly what they're doing. They have a single Corruptor who has joined them, which I find hilarious. Goodbye, Liberators. You're good against Mutas, but not when you're outnumbered 37-2. 31-2. Oh, is he scouting these bases for the first time? No, he scouted this one somehow. I don't know how. Dude, kill something. You can't just come down here and do nothing. Yeah, Mutalisks. Come on. Get on with it. Oh, they're not doing it. Oh, no, they are. They just needed the pep talk. Too late for missile turrets, man. You saw that a long time ago. Although, if you're killing the planetary fortress first, is there time to kill the missile turrets? I think there is, actually. There's plenty of time. There are so many Mutalisks with +2/+2. Mind you, they're going to kill every one of these missile turrets. The resources lost with the Terran player is through the roof right now. 8,000, 9,000. No 8,000 resources compared to 3,800 for Olsonator. Doubling up in resources lost is Reinhard right now. Does he not know about this base still? He still doesn't know about the 4th, you guys. Take heart, Terran players. Also, maybe respond when your stuff's getting killed with this army. I don't know if that's enough Marines. I mean, it's 39 Marines versus 31 Mutalisks. I've often said if you fly your flock over a group of Marines that have upgrades, as we do see here, especially with that +3 finishing for the attack, that it's a bad thing. Let's see how this works out. I'm actually confused or concerned. Many missile turrets here at this 4th base, 5th base for Reinhard. And Mutalisks are dying. 9 of them have died so far. Missile turret Marine, pretty good combination. Viking overextends a little bit, gets murdered. Mutas do not want to engage at all in that location. They will heal up very nicely with tissue regeneration. Oh, this natural base, I was going to say, is completely unprotected, but the army does show up to do some protecting. You have to scout. You have to scout all the bases at 20 minutes, you guys. If it's 20 minutes in, oh, free Raven. The Mutas don't want to kill the Raven. Whew, Raven pilot says. I mean, I think he's a robot. Right? Pretty sure he's a robot. Either way, he's feeling relief. 12 more Mutalisks on the way for Olsonator, and Battle Cruiser is the answer for Reinhard. I don't like that answer. Battle Cruiser's not good, actually, against Mutas under any circumstances. And here it is, flying into the main base, getting rid of the tank. 1 Liberator very, very quickly. Also, starports are under fire. Supply depots dying too, forcing Reinhard to come back with his army. The Mutas, I don't know about this. This is not enough Marines to scare you, dude. He could have gotten rid. Oh, the Widow Mines! Oh, big time hit there. Oh, more Widow Mines, big time hits. Okay, 1 and 1 kill each. That was not as bad as I expected. Mutalisks just brute forcing all of these missile turrets here at this 5th base. Good God. I mean, you might as well, yeah, gonna stick around and go for this command center now. It is directly on fire and it is now dead. +2 Muta, that's a lot of DPS, as it turns out. No, don't bother with this base. It's mined out. Man, he's losing Mutalisks by the dozens here, and exactly 12. So by the dozen here, and those SCVs are smart to run away. They are very smart to run away, but I cannot believe how many Mutas have died to these missile turrets. The army for Reinhard is here, and this Mutaflock, let's just say they're dead. They are completely dead. Another group of Mutas trying to come in here. They keep being made and just getting murdered. 43 Mutas have died. Reinhard is ready to rock at the natural base. Gonna kill that. Olsonator has a base up top. He has more bases, but he can't deal with this army, I don't think. Olsonator has decided the answer is going to be more Mutalisks. With 16 more Mutas, if you maybe come from the top and attack, maybe don't attack all of them. Okay, good. Getting rid of the medevacs was a big deal, as it turns out, but still, this is going real poorly for these Mutas. A lot of Marines are dying, though. It's going to come down to the wire, I feel like, when this new group of Mutas shows up. And walking right into the main base is Reinhard. A double spire. I mean, might as well kill both the spires, right? Where the heck are all the Mutalisks? Oh, here they are. All right, this might be it for Reinhard. He just doesn't have enough. Plus, he's trying to kill this lair instead of attacking the Mutalisks, and the attack is cleaned up by Olsonator. So the Mutas, again, brute forcing it, losing a lot of their brethren. 63 Mutalisks have died for 78 Marines. Woo! It's a lot. It's a lot of dead stuff. Okay, so secret base of Reinhard's, rather, it's keeping him alive right now, which still is not known to the Zerg player. That is correct. How about bases? Yeah, bases 4 and 5 are not known by Reinhard either. Olsonator has been able to keep them a secret. 43 to 53 harvesters. Need more workers, but also need to spend your money more efficiently, Zerg player. 18 larvae. Just build stuff right now. You got 7,500 minerals and 1,200 gas. Oh, the Widow Mines. Forgot about the Widow Mines that have been sitting here for the entire game. You just I've seen him make Overseers at some point. I have seen this. The Ravagers are here to kill the missile turrets at the base that no longer exists for Reinhard, because the Mutas took it down at the great cost of their own lives, but I guess killing Terran buildings is sort of the goal of these ladder matches. So, hey, surprise sneak attack from behind by Reinhard, though. Oh, Ravagers, no. Oh, Ravagers, no. Mutalisks are here. That splash damage doing some work on these Marines. Dying in acid, and that's going to be it for that Marine group. Poor Marauders can't shoot up, can't lift their heavy, heavy arms and shoulders above their shoulders. Mutas trying to find more stuff to kill, killing some siege tanks, killing a refinery. Going to fly right over those Widow Mines. I just know it. I just know that they are. Oh, there's a Thor now from Reinhard. Excellent response to these Mutas, actually. Thor, really great. Doesn't have any upgrades, though. Yeah, got +1 attack. That's good. That's pretty darn nice. Reinhard is expanding down here in the bottom left again, trying to replace the space that he lost earlier. Overseer scouts it. This is pretty wide open. This Muta flock should come murder it in all actuality, but it's deciding not to. Widow Mines, more Widow Mines. Reinhard trying to win this thing with Widow Mine. I don't know that I necessarily agree with. Army value is 7,500 for Reinhard compared to 38 for Olsonator. The Muta's coming in and just... they're gone now. Thanks to missile turret, Widow Mine. 9 kills on that Widow Mine. Hot dang. And this Thor with 3 kills. Jeez. Yeah, that's why Mutas aren't necessarily a low-level friendly unit, because they're good and they're fast. But man, if you misclick or you don't know exactly what you're doing with them, they will get evaporated. Just instantly die. I guess same thing with Marines and Banelings too, right? If you don't know what you're doing with Marines, your opponent's going Banelings, you're going to lose all them. Real quick too, this is a really good Into the Void game. I'm impressed with this one, actually. Don't know who sent it in, but whoever it was, thank you. Whether it was Reinhard or Olsonator. I guess we'll know based on who ends up winning this thing, because usually the winner is the one that sends these in. Also, I'm not sure how long this is. Try not to look at that before I start casting, but I do have some stuff to do later tonight. And if this turns into some kind of a crazy hour-long game, I'm not sure I can do it. Ah, Reinhard taking his natural base as God intended. At least as the map maker intended. Whoever that was for Abyssal Reef. Actually, oh no, we know this. There was a discussion about this previously, about the creator of Abyssal Reef, because it was such a good idea. Don't know their name, though. And triple expanding his Olsonator. It's like, you know what? 2 can play this game. Is every base going to get taken on this map? There are 2 that haven't been taken at all yet. One on Reinhard's side towards the top, and one on Olsonator's side towards the right side. So, again, winning this thing with straight Muta, I'm just going to predict it's not going to work for Olsonator. If he can make some Corruptors with some Broodlords, that's a different thing entirely. That is much different. You can pull that off. But just Mutalisk by themselves is not a viable strategy against Terran unless they're terrible and only make Marauders and tanks and things that can't shoot upwards. Wow, droning up hard as Olsonator, getting 24 workers at the same time. That's good because he's down 48 to 38 to Reinhard. Is now skyrocketing up. Skyrocketing up to a total of, let's make it 62 to 49. Gets that lead, going to saturate his new bases, of which, again, he's making 3 at a time, which is going to bring his total number of hatcheries to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hatcheries, good. Secret base still secret? By golly, it is. Reinhard, you are a magnificent for hiding this as long as you have. Highly enjoyable. Super great. Once again, the passivity that we see in Into the Void games has reared its head. These guys have no interest in attacking. Neither of them have crossed the other side with anything but an Overseer from Olsonator, and that's it. Reinhard just playing purely... oh, what's this? Oh, tactical jump on the battle cruisers from Reinhard. Going after this 7th base of Olsonator. good. There's nothing here to stop this, so drones are getting killed. Upgrades on these dudes, absolutely nothing, but +1 armor is on the way. The Mutaflux going to show up, and again, the Mutaflux real good against battle cruisers. They're not even really going to try to defend themselves here. They can't tactical jump out either because they tactical jumped in. Pro tip for Falcon Paladin. I say this a lot, but make your battle cruisers fly to their destination, attack, and then when they're under a fire and they're going to die, tactical jump them out as an escape method. Because they can't escape anything. They're super slow. They need that speed to get out of there. So be patient, fly them to the base, do your damage, and when the mutas show up, then tactical jump out, and then you don't lose the battle cruisers. So that's how they're intended to be used, I believe. Who was the first person I saw do that? I want to say, was it a Nathanius game that I cast? One of the mass battle cruiser games that he is known for. And he was doing that. He was hitting and running and tactical jumping out. It was the first time I'd seen that, and it was brilliant. It was such a good use of that ability, and really the standard by all of which battle cruiser usage should be shown. Oh, finally getting a greater spire is Olsonator and getting +3 flyer attack too. The army for Reinhard now consists of a lot of Thors. 4 Thors, which is a big number of Thor. +1/+1 on those guys, working on the +2, and a whole ton of Marines and some Widow Mines. This is an anti-Mutalisk group that Reinhard is working on. If you're dealing with a mass Mutalisk player, this is going to be very good for you. Also, this is not bad against Ling Bling Muta. If you got the Thors on the outside kind of absorbing the Baneling shots, you can do okay with this. Oh my goodness, 30 Mutalisks in production by Olsonator. 30! Ay caramba. Alright, Mutalisks flying around. This group is not 30 Mutalisks. Oh, it might be 30 Mutalisks, but the Thors, the splash damage. And the Widow Mines! The splash damage of Reinhard is really good right now. Super good. Where's your... This is the second Mutaflock. Good heavens to Betsy. 49 mutas. This is me. This is me playing StarCraft. Original StarCraft back in like 1998. Don't even... That sound you heard was the evaporation of Mutaflock number 1. Bringing the total of dead mutas to 110. This could be the final march for Reinhard. I really don't see Mass Muta defeating this particular composition. +3/+3 Marines. The mutas you pick off the Metavacs. Small win for the Zerg player, but that's going to be the small win. Oh, the Thors from distance here, too. Ugh. They do kill one of the Thors, but this Mutaflock is looking not healthy. There are 30 of them. They are yellow and orange, and red is very appropriate for fall in the Northern Hemisphere. Don't even trying to kind of magic box. That was just a massacre, and it's suddenly 187 to 94 total supply. Reinhard, like I said, marching towards victory at this point. Mutalisks keep Olsonator. I think that was a bad rally, but basically the very definition of insanity, which is trying the same thing over and over and expecting different results. 23 roaches on the way for Olsonator. Oh, I mean, that would be good, except they don't have upgrades, and the Thors are really good against roach. Yeah, just casually marching through the entire base here. Some Mutalisks getting murdered again. That is going to be 153 dead mutas. That might be the highest dead muta count I've ever cast in any game ever. You guys. Oh my gosh. Roaches dead. See what I'm talking about? Real bad against these Thors. Thors with +2 attack. Natural base gone. Zerg player really putting up token resistance here. And this is just goes to show you how important tech choice is, how important the units you are creating are. I mean, there's no Metavacs here for Reinhard, but it doesn't really matter. Spire gone. Greater Spire going to die here very shortly, too. There it goes. Hive gone. Blarp. Broodlings out. Main base is a shambles. Reinhard is crushing right now, just destroying everything. That Olsonator holds it dear to himself. Ah, these overlords are all kind of stuck in a corner. The Thors could probably kill all of those. He wants to. Is it going to supply block Olsonator? I think it will, actually. All right, Thor Marine. Bam, 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 bam. The great Overlord Massacre of 2017. Oh, the humanity. They're so slow. And Olsonator is out. 22 Overlords dead. 153 Mutalisks. And Reinhard has left the game. Olsonator rage quits out of there. Remember how Olsonator was up in resources lost like 5 minutes ago? Well, the tides have turned. It's 48,000 resources lost for Olsonator compared to a mere 23 for Reinhard. I mean, that's what 153 mutas will do for you. Reinhard did lose 108 Marines, couple battlecruisers, 12 medevacs, couple Thors, bunch of Reapers at the beginning, bunch of buildings. Did have some buildings ravaged there by the mutas, but kept his head, kept his cool, made the units that would directly handle those mutalisks with really not too much difficulty. Fully upgraded Marines, Thors. I mean, they don't really necessarily have to be upgraded, but +2 attack was good for them. And it's all about this Javelin missile launchers. 8 damage. We'll make it 16 versus light, which mutas are. 4 of those. So 4 times 16 with a range of 10. That's real good. With splash damage. Did we mention splash damage? We did not. So good. Excellent job by Reinhard getting the win against the mass mutalisk Terran player today. Congratulations to him. And that's going to be it from me. So, this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Broken and ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption, and so you must run. And it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on, looking for a reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars. You're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, go searching into the void. And you're running into the void.